Okay, I'm live. Oh, this works better. Okay. So yeah, a lot of people don't know this. People that know me, they don't know that I watch Tommy Sotomayor. So Tommy Sotomayor. I'm sorry, Tommy Sotomayor. A little tipsy, but yeah, I've been watching him for a while, and I really respect what he does, and I really understand, and I personally witnessed a lot what he says to be true. Now, of course, we can't say all, but I've witnessed it personally. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is racial acceptance. And racial acceptance was something that was really obscured in my life, in my personal life. To go back, try not to make it too long, but to go back to elementary school. I was always raised from a kid to a teenager to adult. I was raised in a predominantly black neighborhood, like all the time. So I never really got to know any other type of people except black people. And I kind of still don't know white people like fully. I still really honestly don't know white people to the fullest. So, which brings me to my point is that when I was growing up, my dad was never around, and my dad he he decided to stay behind and do his own thing. So we was raised. Me and my sisters were only raised by just my mom. My mom is white, and most of the time in my life, I um, I really didn't see my mom as white because my mom was adaptive to the culture, the black culture too. And my mom was just generally nice and accepting and relatable to most people. And I was always raised, and I always knew, and I never seen my dad until I was like 16. But I've always told people, but a lot of black folks, I got made fun of for being light skinned, for having a very light complexion, which I understand now, and I don't hold any grudges against any black people for that, for what happened in my past, for being made fun of for being light skinned, because I knew at the end of the day my mom is white. But I knew at the end of the day, too, that my dad was black. And no matter how much I told the kids at school that my dad was black, they didn't want to accept it. And they didn't care to accept it, that I got made fun of. I would cry. And it was horrible. Okay, I'm not for sure what happened. Sorry about that. So, so I've always, I started to feel some way when when it kind of stopped with being made fun of for being light skinned, for being really light skinned in elementary. When I got out of elementary school, all of that stopped. So I kind of I kind of got it a little bit, but people was just still like, "Oh, he's white." But then there was some other black people would say that I'm black, and they'll accept me and my sister as black. It and But the thing is that always puzzled me is that, like, Some black people would accept me as black, and then some black people would accept me as white, would say I'm white or I'm not black. They won't. Some of them might not say that I am white, but they'll say I'm not black. And it was just like it would eat up at me because I know nothing but black people. I know nothing but black people, and I hated that because I'm just like I'm one of you. I'm like honestly one of you, and I don't see myself as nothing else. I don't know white people. I don't know white culture. I don't have no white friends. My other friend was Mexican. I don't have no relation really with white people except my mom, and majority of the time I don't even see my mom as white. I just see my mom as my mom, and like that was it. So over time, it's just like it ate at me. Okay, I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. So so it would eat at me that like sometimes, I'm like, why some black people don't accept me? But then I started watching Tommy Sotomayor, and this didn't happen till like a couple of months ago that I actually came into full acceptance that I'm not black. I'm mixed with black. I don't claim myself as white. I've never claimed myself as white. I don't have nothing against white people. It's just I don't know nothing really about the culture of white people. I really honestly don't. So but I accepted myself as being mixed, as being a mixed racial individual. And I think that makes me unique, and that makes all of us unique. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. Now I don't see nothing wrong with that. Now I don't have to force myself to not think I'm not white or force myself to think I'm black. And then other people don't accept it. But if I accept myself as being mixed racial, being a half breed, if I accept myself for being mixed, there's nothing I can nobody can fail me. Nobody can fail me on that because I fully accept that now. And I thank Tommy Sotomayor. I think Tommy Sotomayor for that. Honestly, the guy's not perfect, but at least he impeached that in my head through comedy and through truth, that I can fully accept it now, that I'm mixed racial and I don't have to claim one or the other. And I always felt pressured by that I have to claim one or the other. And especially with black folks. Now I've never experienced that with white folks, and I haven't. I mean, I don't really hang around white folks like that, so I don't know. Maybe I never came to that point. But I always got pressured by a lot of black folks who like, what you claim? Would you claim to be white or you claim to be black? And I'm just like, well, I'm claiming to be black. And so, but some of them think I'll be lying or I'm just scared. And I'm just like, no, I'm just like, that's what I grew up around. That's just what I grew up around. That's all I know. That's my culture. That's half of me. That's what I know. That's what I claim. But I don't claim that anymore. And I love I'm sorry. I don't know why my video keeps, I don't know why the video keeps stopping. I don't know if it's the app or what. But I encourage everybody at a party right now. I'll talk to you about it at later. Oh, that's my friend. But yeah, I came to the point in my life, it's like forget everybody's opinion, fix myself, grow to myself, be myself. And I really enjoyed Tommy Sotomayor in his channel, and I can relate to it. And I tried to inbox him one time, but he never replied because I really want to get on the show and like really explain like what I've been through and just what I've been through in Houston for 2 years that embarked. But the point of this video is to accept who you are, and this applies to fully black people. This applies to fully white people. Whoever feels like who they are is is to the standard of what other people want to see and want to hear. It's fully accept who you are. And I fully accept who I am. And I don't care about anybody else's opinion anymore. I used to care about people's opinion, like what do I claim? What side do I claim? And I used to really care about the person's opinion, even though it was an opinion gravitating towards what they want to hear, but and it was always what I honestly felt. But now I'm just like, I mean, I'm mixed. I'm mixed. What Tommy Sotomayor says, half breed. I'm half breed. I'm happy, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. And I respect Tommy Sotomayor. I respect him. Sotomayor. I'm sorry. I keep saying it wrong. I'm sorry. I dearly respect him. I've been watching his videos for years. I've been probably not way back when he started, but I've been watching him for years, and I've seen the man grow, and I've seen the man really put effort and humility and, and everything it does to be a successful person. I looked up to him. I look up to him when it comes to certain things. I look up to him when it comes to uh, being who you are and accepting who you are. A lot of people don't know how to take a negative response and analyze it and be like, hey, that's true though. The information was given this way, but it was true. And I think that's what the problem is, that a lot of people don't know how to interpret information. They don't. I think somebody commented or something. Let me see. I can't see our comments. At least you are aware, you are mixed, and acknowledge that. Yeah, exactly. I have to. You know, I will be failing myself. I would be failing myself. I would be letting myself down if I really cared about somebody else's opinion. I can't continue to live my life like that. I just turned 29 last year, November, and I can't continue to live myself trying to impress and make everybody else feel good. I can't do it. I just honestly can't, and I'm tired of it. You look 21. Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate it. Just got a haircut. Really, my hair is bald. My hair is bald all the way back here. Who said go to bed? Michael Grant. That name sounds familiar. Michael Grant. But yeah, I'm probably go to bed in a little bit. Yeah, but I just wanted to come out here and do a live video. I've never done a live video on YouTube. I think that's pretty cool. So, but I just wanted to really put this out here, and it'd be great if Tommy can see it. You know, I hope he does. He doesn't have to give a response to it, but I just want hope to let him know, because I know how it feels. I know how it feels when you helped somebody, and because I did that recently, and I know that's. I'm sorry, y'all. My video keeps messing up. Let's see. Michael Grant was shot by Bart police. R.I.P. Tommy Sotomayor is a scammer. I mean, you can call Tommy Sotomayor a scammer and all that. I don't. I honestly don't give a damn. Honestly, don't give a damn. I see. I take the good information, even if it's a bad information. I take the good information. I don't care if somebody's a scammer. That's your opinion. Your opinion. That's your opinion, or maybe fact. I don't care. I honestly don't care. And it's not something new that I heard. I don't care. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, y'all. My YouTube keeps crashing. Let's see what this nigga said. This nigga said, that's a shame. Like, why would you come on my video because I'm saying somebody that personally helped me in one perspective of what somebody talks about, just because you don't like him, just because you don't respect him. And you know what the crazy shit is about this? People are hating, sending death threats, and all this crazy shit and talking crazy just because we talk about black women. Just that. That's it. And you know, I watch his videos all the time, and when I have my downtime, before I go to work, and when he puts all these videos up and everything, and there's somebody hating or sending death threats and stuff like that, especially the guys, I think about it like, what is the root cause? Because he points out the bad about black women, and that's it. And I just think that is insane that somebody cannot have an opinion, or put out the facts, like analyzed facts. I mean, we could analyze and put out facts with any race. I personally witnessed Filipino women. There's a lot of Filipino women that are single mothers that ain't shit, that treat their kids like crap. Filipino, all the way over there in the Philippines. I've personally seen this. And so, but it's crazy. Like, you willing to send a death threat because someone's opinion about black women? Like, they ain't lay a hand on nobody. It's wild. But that's not what I came on this video about. I came on this video to say that I accept it, and I want to make it just known, and I wanted to put the video out there. I don't even care if nobody even watches it. I'm just wanting to put that out there because I feel so relief, and I love relieving my stress. And that's what I've been working on in my life, is to learn how to reduce stress and get rid of stress triggers. Beware of all the stress triggers. And I work really hard. I've been working every single week. I'm a handicapped man. I have my handicaps, physical handicaps, a little bit of mental handicaps. But, I work hard. I'm going to have a seminar coming up, too, this summer in Houston, Texas. If you guys live in Houston, Texas, it's going to be awesome. I'm planning it out, everything. It's going to be a nice little place. I think I'm going to have like 30 people in total. Everything is going to be free. It's going to be free to attend, free things to write with and work with, free prize, like free little gifts for people that sign up online. But yeah, Tyreek is a scammer. Part of loving someone is holding them accountable. Yeah, exactly. Part of loving someone is to hold them accountable. Definitely. That's what my sister did. When my sister found out, when my sister knew that my mom was on crack, when my sister found out my mom was on crack and everything, like, she had to hold my mom responsible. She had to. She had to do that shit. That's what it's about. And I think in the black community, we don't have a lot of that. We don't have people holding people responsible. We don't have people calling people out and saying, "Hey, this is the right thing. You're doing the wrong thing." Why do you think a lot of white people become successful? A lot of white people become successful because they call out the bullshit, they get the bullshit out, and they make sure the bullshit stays out. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? But we don't want to make the sacrifice. Our thing is that we don't want to make the sacrifice. We don't want to tell on that drug dealer. We don't want to report that drug dealer. We're not willing to die to get a drug dealer out of the hood so the drug dealer does not destroy someone else. We're not willing to die over that. Imagine if slaves were not. Imagine if slaves weren't like that. Imagine all the white people that stood up to abolish slavery. Imagine if the white people that stood up to abolish slavery never stood up for black slaves to be free. And a lot of people don't even look into that. A lot of people don't know that there is a lot of white people that was against slavery. How do you even think slavery was abolished? You think like 12% of the black population in total abolished slavery? No, that was the 76% or more total of white people. Maybe not all 76%, but it was a majority of white people. And who else do you think that was in control, that was in there, that could vote and abolish slavery and voted in and get slavery abolished? Who do you think did that? Some black folks? No. And the only reason why is because they didn't have that control. But white people had that control. White people had the control to abolish slavery if they wanted to, and it was. You guys need to read about John Smith. John Smith was a white man that before Abraham Lincoln and that wanted to abolish slavery and get rid of slavery and would fight and die for it. Him and several white people. John Smith even called out Abraham Lincoln and told he was like, Abraham Lincoln is full of shit. Abraham Lincoln don't really want to abolish slavery. He ain't really about that. He even called him out on his bullshit. Abraham Lincoln said, slaves that y'all got y'all freedom, you might want to go back to Africa because they're not going to accept you here. They're not going to accept you as free, which I understand. But they didn't leave. The slaves did not leave. They went to Canada. A lot of them went to Canada, but they didn't leave America. Want to know why they didn't leave America? Because America had a foundation. America had a foundation so strong in getting everyone equal rights to be. You already here. You're already here, and you know the people. So why not fight to make it equal? Look at all this. 0.5% of their descendants are alive today. Some nations would not to port and come on land because they didn't want the whites to see the slavery because there would be an uproar. Yeah, there was the Spanish. The Spanish, what was it? I think it was the Spanish. It was some other country that was just like, why y'all got slaves still? They were like, why does America still have slaves? Why do y'all even still have slaves here? And I think that's what drove Abraham Lincoln to be like, oh, hey, we don't look cool. We don't look cool with all these slaves here. We need to get this shit out of here. But there's plenty of people that fought for that shit too. Remember, there was a Civil War. Let's see, what is this shit? I'm trying to get this. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I'm not for sure how long I'm gonna be on. But yeah, I wanted to just thank Thomas Sotomayor for that alone. Just for that alone. Just for that alone. To help me understand and accept that I'm mixed, that I'm biracial. Because for a long time I was just like, I'm black. And I don't think that's fair to nobody. I don't think that's fair to nobody. I don't think that's fair to white people. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Welcome to the live chat room with the card, your privacy and mine. But yeah, I don't think that's white. I don't think for me to claim that I'm black is fair to white people, and I don't think me claiming that I'm black is fair to black people when half the other half of black people are like, you're not black, you're half black, and that's true. That is honestly true. I finally accepted it. It is what it is. I'm telling you, it is what it is. But I thank God. I thank God who I am. I'm not a perfect individual, but thank God. Yeah, I'm go ahead and get off of here. This live. I'm gonna go ahead and post it to my page here. Y'all have a good night.